Hi folks. Okay, some consciousness circles, or I think it's a craft. Okay, not zoomed in yet, so there we are. Typical cars there, white van. Alexa, what date is it?
Today is Monday the 12th of August.
And Alexa, what time is it? Alexa, what time is it?
The time is 11:48 p.m.
Okay, so quite early. Did you see that flashing? Hi family. What's craft flying? See it? Woohoo! Zoom in as much as I can. Straight away, see the consciousness circle there. Okay, like I said, it's part of a craft. It's not a typical conscious circle because I think it's showing to my naked eye that it's part of a craft. I can see the outline vaguely of structure and lights above it. Do you know when I told you that the lights seem to be linked together? Well, it's part of a craft. Okay. I had, do you know on Facebook and you get sort of like, oh, look back at your memories, things like that. And one of the posts I made regarding my family is on there for about 3 years ago. And you can see the lights, 3 lights that are linked to a craft, like a triangle shape. Tell you more about the triangle shape in a minute. And how significant it is. And how the creaturebeasts, Freemasons and their dark occult knowledge use the triangle for some reason, that shape. Anyway, yeah, so it's like a, I think I've posted it on Instagram and on my Facebook, sort of reposted it, but if you go back, you'll see, and you see it's definitely the lights are linked to a craft. And what I'm looking at now is a structure of a craft, but it's not showing up on the phone. And they've moved along the skyline a bit, but you can see, I don't know if it'll pick up the camera, can you see the second light? Faintly at the top. There you go. Hi family. Keep moving around. And today, Jill has said, and that is me taking the piss out of others, and if they get downloads and they can't verify it any other ways, say they're lying. Anyway, I do get information where sort of downloads, if you like, one for a better word. I don't know how else to describe it. Okay, and that started before they made themselves visible. And I'm not saying I'm calling them a liar or anything, but I don't believe. I need to see physical proof. Like I said, with the questions that I ask, I don't ask them once or twice and go, oh, you're so clever and so wise. I ask questions over and over and over again. Okay? And that's what I've said previously. Always, if you're linked to the creators, to God, or whatever terminology you use, they won't mind you asking questions. It is the demons, it is the parasites, it is the fucking insectoids, the greys, that think they're so superior that they will be angry of you asking the same question over and over again and trying to fool them. Because I have tried to sort of word questions differently and trying to fool them, and it's not worked. And they've never lost the temper. They've never said, oh, you cheeky cow. They've never done anything like that. They've sort of constantly answered the question and repeated the same response. It's only negative entities that will get angry with you for asking the same question. Don't do it. Don't be taking a piss. Sort of like the creaturebeasts do, with the same things, say the same thing after hour after hour after hour after hour. But sort of like, next time you see him, ask him the same questions, or you said this, what about this, and wording it differently. Okay, it's only the creaturebeast and their entities that they worship, the demons and the insectoids and other flying craft, that want you to be under their complete control and believe everything that they say. Hi family. So, yeah, so I have information that told me previously regarding Israel, okay, and regarding Russia, okay. Today, I think, let me just get this right, the British government, the French government, and I think it's, I don't know if it's Poland, somebody else in the EU, in Europe, another country, stated something regarding Israel. Okay, I'll come back to Russia in a minute. It's all linked. Everything is linked. What's happening now? They're all linked together. Okay, US is linked with Russia. The US is linked with Israel. Okay, and they made this joint statement. These three countries saying that we've denounced the actions and the what's going off in Gaza and want this to be an immediate ceasefire, and that Hamas should should be prepared to come around the table to discuss these matters. Okay, didn't mention the fucking hospital that Israel, the children's hospital that Israel bombed out a couple of days ago, because apparently, in inverted commas, that Hamas sympathised there. It was a children's hospital. They don't mention the atrocities that Israel has created. Bear with me, family. I'm trying to get, if you don't, I'm just trying to give you an overlay, right? So go and read it. Go and read this statement from the, I know it's definitely from, I'm getting so much, why am I getting out of breath? Okay. Because I want to get so much in, and I want to do it and then go back to sleep. So, or sleep, I should say, go back to sleep. So they made this joint statement. Look at this joint statement, and it's, while they're making these joint statements, check out news reports from different parts of different parts of the world, countries for and against what Israel are doing, and you will find out, especially in the UK, for the UK, it's interesting to know that the UK is already involved in the dispute between Hamas and Israel. Okay, our British government has been sending, is it Royal Navy or some cruise thing, that are sea operated operations to fight entities, to fight another group that's supporting the Palestinians, and this group, I don't know what this group, just check it out for yourself, this group sort of blocking the shipments to Israel, so in support of the Palestinians, and it's a black organisation, I don't know where it is, check it out. So our government is sending ships to literally obliterate them, to cause mass genocide, to blow up their seaports. Okay, our country is already at war. You can verify that for me, family. Our country is already sided with Israel. Okay, this is known internationally. This is not, I'm not picking it up from the ether. Okay, there's not a flying craft. Okay, there's never been a stopment of arms to Israel from the US, from the UK, or from any other country. There's not a flying craft. See it in a minute. Here we go. There has never been a stopment. So when they've said, we've asked Israel to stop escalating the violence, we've asked them to cease fire and to come round and to talk, that's a load of shit. There's never been a ceasefire, and our countries are involved in sending shipments. Our countries, the US, the UK, I don't know about France, but definitely the US and UK have never stopped supporting Israel and sending them arms to fight against the Palestinians, okay, or to commit genocide against the Palestinians. I know I'm being emotive in my talk, my speech, but it is a very emotive situation. Okay, so this statement that they've put out, and what previous, I think David Lamb is a new Labour MP, went over to Gaza and says he went there to to plead with Israel or something to stop, to find ways to stop the ceasefire and no more weapons and blah, blah, blah. That is a load of shit, okay? Our governments will continuously lie to us because it's serving the populace of the UK to think that, okay, oh yes, our government is doing something. We've seen the pictures and the hospitals and what they've done and burnt it down. And yes, it's a popularity competition. And I think I put in a post to do with the fucking beast, creature beast, that they love to lie. The pathological liars, they love wearing the fucking expensive blue suits to come on the television, speak in a grave voice and say, yes, it's a very serious situation. This is A, B or C, and this is what we want. And really, they have orchestrated different scenarios behind the scene. I don't know if that makes sense. Okay? That is a load of shit, what they're saying. And other countries, like South Africa, like Russia, keep pointing out to people, and saying to the UN, they go to the UN and say, listen, they're committing mass genocide here, this is what's happening. Look what the Israel have sort of bombed Iran. What's happening, they keep sort of bringing it up, and different countries read, don't take my word. That's why I keep saying, when I point out people that are involved in the creature beast, they've got entities, I want people to look at them and look how normal they look how human they look. When I say international incidents like this, go and check what I'm saying. Okay, don't take my word for it. And you'll see other countries criticising Israel's treatment of the people of Gaza, of the Palestinians, and their language that you use, calling them sort of, they want to commit mass genocide, so there'll be no Palestinians left on this earth, and blah, blah, blah. And the countries that say that, yes, we are against this, and we've told them to stop being naughty, killing all these innocent people, just stop it. They're lying. It's all the time they've been supplying arms to Israel, okay? Want to get that out. Is that correct, family? And there's more countries than the UK and France and the US, but I can't think for the moment, but yeah. Is that correct? Now, Russia, okay? Russia, the situation in Gaza and the situation in Russia are so linked that it's shockingly how much the governments in the US and in the UK and in France and want to World War III, literally war to start. Okay, is that correct? So there's going to be no place on earth where there isn't some kind of conflict. Yes, and I'm including the UK in this. The UK is already involved in Gaza. We are already at war with the Palestinians. Okay? That's when the last Prime Minister, I think he doesn't have a flying craft. I think they have to go to Parliament. It's a creature beast, there's flying craft. I think our last unelected Prime Minister did actually say, yes, they have to announce it in Parliament, don't they? And I saw it doing its speech and that, to defend the Israelis and, etc., etc. Okay, it's out there. They won't tell you it's out there, but it is out there. Okay, the war, Israel with Ukraine, that was all US and the UK, and whoever was trying to, in theory, prevent Russia and Ukraine going into a battle, going into war, starting a war, the conflict, whatever they call it, they lied. The Ukraine Prime Minister, God bless him, is their toy soldier. They wanted to cause as much harm to Russia as possible. Is that correct, family? That's their aim, to destabilise Russia as much as possible. Very tired, is that okay? Is that true, family? Okay. Like I said previously, okay, and other countries know this. That's why I keep saying, don't take my word for it. Don't listen to one section of the media from your country, wherever you're listening this to. Look at different, even the ideology that's different from yours. Read those. You just got to get over yourself and read reports from other mindsets, okay, and from other cultures. The UN, okay, stop saying okay, know that the situation in Russia and Ukraine is happening, and that it's has been planned by mainly the US and their partners, I should say. Okay, so they know Russia and what happened with Ukraine was the US was behind it, and still behind it. They are aware of this. Is that correct, family? And some UN members will actively encourage what's going on between Russia in Israel, etc., and Ukraine, and some are trying to stop it and saying to their people and saying in their part of the world, this needs to stop. This, this is genocide. This needs to stop, because they know that certain sections within the UN, mainly the US, mainly the UK, France, I think Poland. Don't quote me on Poland. It's one of the countries that signed this document. Or was it Germany? Don't matter. Go read. You see for yourself which one want a World War III. That's their aim. Is that correct, family? They really do want a World War III. And this is their start of their new world order. Okay, see that? This is, and you see them in the fucking expensive blue suits going, yes, we try to, no. We've called on both parties to cease the conflict and to come around the table and talk a load of bollocks. Okay, the pathological liars. Okay, as far as Russia is concerned, Russia will not lose. If there is a World War III, it started already. It's happening already. Okay, let's have a flying craft. Is it? Is it? I was just flashing. Okay, just flashing. Okay, Russia will not lose. I'm gonna. I didn't say it. Extend it. Russia and the allies of Russia will not lose if there is a World War III. Okay, can you see that? Russia will, I'll say it as many times, and I am going to keep repeating as many times as it needs to be said until I think you've got it. I don't know who you are. You could be right, don't say be here for fucking Christmas. Russia, just the mentality of Russia and what's going on, and the agencies they've got behind them and the countries they've got behind them, and they are fighting for their country. They know this. I've just seen a flying craft. Oh, there we go. Look at the speed, look at them going. I reckon they're going to a blues, personally. Anyway, back to this one. Okay, Russia, everybody knows they are entities on Earth, the parasites that are not human, that this is their time to rise up and to take over humanity, to control humanity. Okay, all the world leaders know, the MPs knows, can't speak, doctors know, everybody that's part of the targeting programme. It's like it's a big programme, so they target individuals like myself and others they feel that are human, and they target countries, okay? And they are non-human, dynamic demons entity. Fucking hell. Oh, God. Do you know? Ooh, no. Right? literally, the people in media know this is happening, know that there are demons, entities on Earth now that are trying to take over Earth. I'm not exaggerating. I'm trying to be as calm. And when before I even mention the entities, I've seen them. I'll tell you, I see them. The fucking creature beast have admitted that they've got demons on them in their energetic field. And it's not too bad having demons. Everybody's got demon attachments. Everybody's got entity attachments. Everybody's got insectoids and fucking greys attached to them. Okay? So they've admitted that themselves. They know this. Go back to my other post, my other channel, if you don't believe me. And the creature beasts will admit it. That's why I call them creature beasts. Will admit it themselves. That's why they're so into child molestation. To fuck up the next generation. Wrong choice of word there. But to really mess them up. Really just destroy society. Like I say, on an individual basis and on a world basis. Is that true, family? And unfortunately, yeah, we've got leaders, especially in the West, UK, and other countries that have got so many fucking demons attached, and they're only the mouthpieces for even worse parasitic beings behind the scene. And they're just saying what they're told to say, and they have no moral compass or any integrity in them to fight. It's thinking this is for humanity. Okay, and it is for humanity. Okay, Russia knows this. Okay, President Putin knows this. All the presidents, all the world leaders know what is happening. Okay, anybody that works in the media, you will know that you gossip about another celebrity, or you've seen them fucking change, or you've seen the entity on them. Is that so, family? They all know what is happening, okay? And it's up to us. They're doing this now, especially. I remember when the American president, the one who likes to fucking mess around with children, young girls in public, touched them up inappropriately. And he even made a thing, sort of a post, a speech, regarding we're now entering a phase of the second world order, the second part of the new world order. Was it the third part? Go back. He has said it and is out there. Okay, we're now entering. Is really pleased that they're entering the second phase or the third phase of the new world order. He's actually said that's what he said. That's how he worded it. Is that correct, family? Okay. Because Russia, they know what's happening. All the world leaders know this is a fight for the consciousness and the existence of humans and other species that were created by the Creator's God. They will fight. They know, they've seen it. They will fight more than we will, okay? I'm not knocking on British shoulders because I don't know anybody, you know, I'm not knocking them, but they know they've got it. And they know that they've got to win this. Okay? My family will not let entities defeat evil, parasitic, demonic entities defeat man or rule Earth. Is that so, family? It's not going to happen. Okay, but it's up for you. They can't make you act against your free will. They won't do that. They won't make you act. They'll never. Whereas the parasites, the demons, the insectoids, whatever, are feeding off the energy of people that are fucked up anyway. Okay, and if you're in the country like in the UK, where the cost of living crisis is another plane. Sorry, plane craft. Here we go. Cost of living crisis, and people are fretting about the day-to-day survival. Remember, I said previously, they're doing this on purpose. Okay, there's a creature beast car. Fuckers. Anyway, so they make you, this is a time in the Earth's and the humanity's civilization where you could raise our frequency and be more than what we are now. We are meant to have psychic abilities, if you want to call it psychic abilities. We're meant to be in touch with our clan. Once you be in touch with high beings, the thought of forgiving or not fighting, we are warriors, we are meant to fight. That is in our hearts, that is in our souls. We are meant to fight back. There's going to be people watching my videos because you can't be in touch with fucking higher people. Well, look at swearing, calling people bags of cunts, calling people bags of cunts because they are bags of cunts. The fucking child molesters, the rapists, the racists, the dregs of humanity. And I think the last time I spoke in that same family, and while they will say, oh no, we weren't possibly involved in a system like something like that with hidden cameras in a flat. No, we wouldn't have an MP that watches her take a shit and wanks himself off while she's doing it. No, we wouldn't have that. No, we wouldn't have child molesters. Okay, that was a mistake they made. No, fucking hell. Okay, that's the worst thing you can be. That's the worst thing, and they know this. So that's why the Freemasons and the targeting program promotes child molestation, because it's such an egregious act against humanity. Okay, it's all linked. You see why I keep saying it's all linked from an individual basis to a worldwide basis. Because the energies are coming in and you are linking to your clan, you will not be, yes, 1 minute, okay, you're going to be all lovey and into love and blah, 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 and caring for your fellow humans and other species on Earth and your planet. But there's going to be another part of you that's fucking a warrior. You're going to fucking fight. Seriously, you're going to fucking fight. And the idea, and when I say I get emotional, more emotional, I don't even want to be. I don't want to see pictures of the children or men and women in Gaza. That could be my auntie, that could be my uncle. That's how you will feel towards these people, and it's horrific. And you will feel horrified. You will get that. When you know you're in touch with your clan, is when you can have those conflicting emotions and not give a shit, thinking, okay, this is for humanity. This is not meant to happen. Okay, you might have to lie down for a couple of weeks once you see your first couple of demons and insectoids and fucking whatever you're on, these creatures. Somebody might have to bring your cup of tea and your dinner at the door and make sure you're breathing and eating, okay? But once you get over the shock of seeing entities, demons, on these creature beasts, and you have no choice, your soul will have no choice. Can you hear that undercover police beast banging away? Fuckers. I hope you can hear it. I hope it's being picked up. You will have no choice. Your soul will not let you sit back and not do anything. Literally. Your soul will not let it happen. Is that so, family? So yes, it's going to be one side of you where you're filled with love. Literally, you're buzzing with love. You feel loved up. And there's going to be another side of you where to see and to know that another human being is suffering just because of their ethnic origin or the region where they live or their religion. None of that won't give a shit. None of that matters. At the end of the day, none of that matters. It only matters, and it's only been put in place by the parasitic entities that are controlling Earth. And they can only control Earth by going into fucking humans that have got no moral compass, that have no heart, they have no integrity. And I keep saying child molested because it seems so fucking, to me, speak for myself. And now, like I said, I've worked with sex offenders before. I was a counsellor at Rape Crisis. It's not a subject or a matter that I gave much thought about until this programme, until you see the creatures involved in this and their philosophy. about child molestation being a natural order. And you know that there's Freemasons involved in this. Wherever there's a Freemason headquarters, child molestation will be a centre point for the police officers that are members, the social workers, the local MPs, blah, blah, blah. And this targeted programme will be in place. There's another flag graph, it's moving quite slowly. Is that so, family? So like I say, on an individual basis, and look at Israel attacking the children's hospital, they will always go for the children, always. And when this beasting programme began with me, the point that I couldn't get my head around, and it took years for me to get my head around, why would you're undercover police officer, okay, fucking do your thing, but why would you let your children, because they do let their children in on this. That's another, I'll go into another part where undercover officers are using the families, the real families, the real children, to be part of this. Now, in my head, I couldn't work. Why would you do this? Why would you let your children near paedophiles? Why would you let your children be part of this programme, anywhere near them? And if you look at my old post, an old post when I lived in Lye, you will see a fucking toddler knocking on my door. So someone must have let him in, buzzed him in, locked children, I think it was about 8-year-old and a toddler. And this toddler was knocking at my door and saying, leave Paul alone. The child wasn't even born or conceived when the stalking and the rapist decided to stalk me and this fucking snuff fantasy. Okay? And that's safe, and I'm going on one. Okay? Look at my post where they even admit that child molestation is the core of this targeting program. Child molestation, sexual deviance and control. They want to control others. And they use the dumbest fucks in society, the fucking pissheads, the dregs, the pathetics, the sexual deviants, in order to control the general. And it's called, like in my situation, most of my fucking pissheads, the dregs, or the people hiding behind the job titles, the medical professionals, the doctors, the social workers, the housing managers, fucking MPs. Okay? And they've said, listen to them, don't take my word for, like I say, I try to give as much information as possible. And like I say, if I can't give you the information, or I can't say, listen here, I will say, listen, I've asked these questions over and over and over again, like with Haile Selassie, the Royal Empress Haile Selassie asked the question over and over again regarding royal bloodline. Because I didn't believe, like I told you, I didn't believe it. I didn't believe there was the Bible, because the Bible, you know, or religious texts. Didn't believe it, and they kept saying, yeah, years of royal bloodline, and they kept giving me the same. They wasn't never angry, they never, and I was like, no, because I didn't believe in a royal bloodline, that there are people on earth with a royal bloodline. But it'd be so, it'd be true. Okay. So yeah, so this targeting, we're all being targeted. I've said this previously, we're all being targeted. That was a fucking lie. So the presidents and the world leaders of particular countries have just lied to thousands and thousands of billions of people regarding their involvement with this situation with Israel and the genocide that's going on. They've lied about how much they're involved. And it's not just a little white lie, it's a big lie, it's a black and white situation. And you're either sending arms to Israel, you can continue to send arms to Israel, or you're not. And they've said that, you know, they're not involved, we've told them, you know, and that's to win the popularity contest in their own countries, because people, older people are going, no, we're going on marches, and no, we're not having that, that's disgusting what's happening, it's a genocide. People have heard, whatever his name, talk, and how he thinks regarding the Palestinians and what they are, what he thinks they are. Okay, with the Russian situation, go back to that one. Russia will not lose. If there's a world war, Russia will not lose, and Russia's allies will not lose. See that going up, it's going up and down? Yeah, my head's kind of cocked on the thing, cat tree thing, the thingy bob for the cat. Yeah, it's going up and down. Russia will not lose. And do you know what the worst thing is? Our world leaders in the UK, in the US, and in France, and other world leaders that are part of this New World Order thing, don't give two fucking shits what happens to its population, how many soldiers, how many fighters will go to war, how many people, how many families will grieve, because they can feed off the fear of the soldiers when they're at war, and then they can feed off the fear of the grief and the anxiety of the families waiting for them. It's a win-win for them. They don't even see us as people. Is that so, family? They don't see the general public as real people. But they need our energy, they need our attention to feed the entities that's on them. And I know I did it sort of like a piss take when I said, oh, I'm going to learn Russian. I actually am. I don't know when. Sometime this year I'll start. Yeah, learn Russian. If you had the funds to buy, because Russia's an expensive country, innit? It's not poor. Yeah, the department in Russia. Because if the all and everybody, not everybody, but the world leaders, Russian themselves, Russia does not want a war, this war in Ukraine, and they know the US is behind it, they know UK is behind it. There's other parties, like I say, they know it's a fight for Russia, but also for humanity. They can't lose. Literally in their mindset, they know, and the world leaders and Putin knows that there's demons on this earth, parasitic entity, and their sole object and sole reason that they fucking feeding off these world leaders and on these fucking creature beasts is to control Earth, is to destroy humanity. Is that so, family? And I've said this previously, okay? It's not just this contact here. It's not just me having this contact. It's not just ordinary people. There's going to be people in the various governments, in the various government departments that have been sent by higher beings to control events. There's so many things are happening. It's fucking amazing. But the way we are more powerful. There's another flying craft. Here we go. I'm going to stop in a minute. We are more powerful than what we've been led to believe. Even the term God has been used as a piss take. It's a lot more powerful. It's a lot more than one entity, and that entity decided due to loneliness to create others. That's not how it went. That's not how it goes. Okay, there's so much I want to say, but for now, I'm just going to finish on that. And check what I've said, because it's out there. And I keep saying to you, I know it sounds fucking odd. Where do you get this information from? Like with the downloads, sometimes. Do you know people that say in their awakening and they see a series of numbers? So it could be 222, 333, 111 or whatever, and that's sort of like a message to the universe or from the universe to them. And it just seems strange to them. The news reports that I read, all of a sudden I'll be flicking through my phone and there'll be something that comes up, or I get an email and there's something that comes up and I'll read it, and I don't I try to be impartial. So it is me going on about Russian, I'm going to learn Russian. I still try to be impartial, because the fighters, there's going to be things that they've done, there's going to be things that Putin has done, that I'm going to think, hey, you know, Putin, I say, no, naughty, no. But as for this situation with the Ukraine and the World War III that is began already, Putin and these allies will not be defeated. I'm going to keep repeating that, okay? And they know what's happening. They know, and they want to stop this. Putin doesn't want a World War III. He didn't want an issue with Ukraine. That's a completely different story than what the US is saying. It's a completely different story from what the UK was saying. But go back to the papers at the time. And now they wanted talks. Now Boris Johnson fucked up, like fucking lying little bastard. Just played Putin and lied. So the war would between Ukraine and Russia, Ukraine in sort of like in commas, would take place. It was all a setup. And that president of Ukraine is just a US tool soldier. Literally, it's just a US tool soldier. And go back and read the reports and how they talk about him, how he seems to be ungrateful and this and that, and he's not behaving himself, he's not showing due respect to the US, etc., etc. I'm going to get there in a minute, okay? And I'm always going to put it this way: Russia will not be defeated, and the allies that are with Russia, the allies that won't be defeated as well. They know that, but they can't suddenly say, even though it's sort of, Putin did say something regarding, this is fight for humanity and there's evil on this earth. That as much as he can say. Can't say they've got fucking demons and we've got entities and they want to destroy humanity, fucking lock him up. So it's going to be people like me with this contact saying X, Y, and Z. And people, if you follow up for people that they might have a big channel, we are all, maybe in different languages, are going to say the same thing. Another flying craft. There we go. We are all going to say the same thing, okay? Oh, it's flashing different colours. Where are you off to? Blues. Going to blues. Okay. I want to get going now because I've just moved along the skyline. I've been twisting. No, can't go in. Okay. Israel. There will be more deaths. See if I can get this. I have to move along. I don't want to move along. No, that's it for now, I think. It's 45 minutes nearly. And just because you can't be asked to move, Jane, you want to stop. Too fucking right. Okay, there's other consciousness circles about. Go back. See if you can see it. That end. That window pane, no. But just remember, you can see the creature beasts with the lights, fuckers. Okay. See that black hole there? Oh, vile. So that's it for now. Okay. Yeah. It's all been pre-planned, and especially if in the UK, read that statement and the joint statements that the presidents, world leaders of the France and UK, and there's another country, I forgot what it is, I think it's Germany or Poland or one of them, I don't know. And read what they said, and to know that it's completely a load of bollocks because they're involved in the war already. They never stopped dealing arms to Israel. Okay, for now, folks. Bye. Oh, let me just see if I can see it one more time. Is anybody counting how many crafts that fly? Somebody is. Like I say, the block any comments, so I don't know. Somebody says, yes, this night there was 4, or that night there was 7, and it flashed blue and red that night and flashed different colours. So I don't know. I don't, like I say, normally go back and listen to my videos and the posts. I just do my thing and get off and write a little subsection for the title. Yeah, you can't see it now, it's still there, but there's another one. It's not so bright. Where is it? Over there. You won't see it. Okay, for now, folks, bye. Thank you, family.